So what do you say to young people who say, well, I don't think voting matters? What would you tell them about the voting process and why it's important to vote?
Well, look at the changes that can be made. You know, especially in a local election, you know, we make so much more of an impact on what takes place in our own city, you know, our own local area. Huge changes in 2008 if we look at those elections.
Yeah, big changes. And big changes about how people found out about the elections that were happening. There was a lot of word of mouth, there was a lot of people on the street, there were a lot of people organizing in their communities and in their neighborhoods, really getting the vote out.
Right.
So people are kind of a little bit better educated about what's going on these days.
Absolutely.
That's great. So are there any local issues that you know that are going to be on the ballot besides the city council race that you want to mention?
You know, for the city of Gilroy, that's actually all we have on our general election. We will have a supervisor seat that's open, a representative for South County. But those are the only issues we have locally.
And say the day that we vote again, just so that people hear it over and over again so they don't forget.
Absolutely. The primary is June 8th. Polling places open at 7 a.m. They close at 8 p.m.
Oh, 8 p.m. That's great.
Yep.
So if you're commuting, you can get to the polls.
Right. And then our general election is on the 2nd of November.
Is it always the second Tuesday?
Always
the second Tuesday of June and November.
Right.
Second Tuesday or first?
The cycle follows, it's interesting how it's the language of it. It's the first Tuesday following the first Monday.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Okay, so it's always the beginning of the month. People can remember that.
Yeah.
And where can folks get more information about the election process if they have questions about how to get registered to vote or who's on the ballot or what the issues are? What are some good resources for them?
Definitely the Secretary of State's office. She actually has a pamphlet that she has hosted on her website that you can take a look at, print. You can find out all sorts of information about your candidates, your measures. Also, our counties have wonderful websites with lots of information. You can actually find your polling place online. And
this is really good opportunity too with the county supervisor race for folks in Gilroy to really have their voice be heard as South County residents, because I do hear sometimes people say, well, we're part of Santa Clara County, but nobody really cares what we do down here. So because it's a district election at the county supervisor level, you can actually really have a big impact by maybe electing a candidate that's local or very responsive to local needs.
Sure, absolutely.
Great. Is there anything else you want to add? I know you have a voter registration form that we'd love to see.
Right.
Tell us a little bit about that. What kinds of information does the state need in order for us to vote?
You know, personal residence, mailing information, date of birth, phone number, all of that. If you choose to choose a party, if you'd like to become a permanent absentee voter, you can do that here as well. Right. It's actually postage paid, so you know you can grab one of these at City Hall. I believe the post office has them as well. And again, you know, I highly recommend doing it by email as well. So.
What about folks who are out in front of stores trying to register you to vote? Would you fill out your voter registration form that way? Is it safe to do that?
It's safe to do that. I would just be really sure that it's the county that you live in. So that's really important. You know, if it's a grocery store in another county, you might want to kind of take a look at what county does this belong to.
Great. Well, wonderful information that we've heard from you today. Thank you so much for coming and being on the program. Is there anything else you want to let us know about?
Just remember those dates. Yeah, November 2nd is the general election and the primary is on the 8th of June.
Don't forget to vote.
Thank you.
We're going to go now to some people on the street interviews done here at Gavilan College, asking young people what they think about the upcoming election and about voting.
Hi, I'm Daniel James Howell with Depth of Field, and today we're going to find out what some Gavilan students think about registering to vote.
I just don't want to do it. I'm just one person. What am I going to do? That's how I feel. But maybe later. Maybe when I'm older and then I feel like I have a say in what's going on, then I'll be down to do it. But not right now.
So tell me your name.
Hi, my name is Leia.
Leia, how old are you?
20.
Are you registered to vote?
Actually, yes, I am. Oh, hold on, please.
I'm 27.
Are you registered to vote?
No, I am not.
Are you planning on registering before the June primary or the November election?
I will, definitely. Yeah.
Are you registered to vote?
No, I'm not registered to vote.
Do you plan on registering anytime soon?
I do plan to register.
And do you think it's important that young people register to vote and vote?
I think it's very important that young people vote because their vote does count and everybody has their own opinion, so they need their opinion heard.
I'm Raul Quintanar and I'm 18.
Are you registered to vote, Raul?
Yes, sir.
Are you, so you're planning on voting in either the upcoming June primary or the November election?
Yes, sir.
Why do you think it's important that young people register to vote and then go to the polls and vote?
I have no idea. I just, I guess it's important if you're really into, it's our country, and so I guess you should be like into it and should vote and stuff. So yeah.
I'm Tyler Ellis and I'm 36 years old.
Are you registered to vote right now?
Yes, I am.
And will you be voting in either the June primary or the November elections?
Probably in the November elections.
Why do you think it's important to register to vote?
You got to exercise your right to exercise your opinion on what you want and get out there and just get things done.
And why do you think it's important that young people register to vote?
Because it's for their future.
It's for the future. If we vote for the right people, then they benefit us.
I mean, because it's our future, so we got to vote. We got to make a name for ourselves.
Why do you think it's important to vote?
Well, because then you can have an opinion on things after. Because if you don't vote, then later on you can't complain about what's going on because you didn't put your input in.
Absolutely, I agree. So the majority of the Gavilan students that we spoke to today are registered to vote or are planning on registering when they become 18. And it seems to be that most think that voting is an important part of being a citizen and taking part in our democracy. I'm Daniel Howe for Depth of Field on CMAP TV.
What's going on? Education, public safety, water safety,
healthcare,
taxes, public transportation, environmental issues, energy problems, more jobs, government spending.
Do any of you viewers have issues about the previous statements? Would you believe how easy it is to have a voice in our government? Here are some easy steps to become a registered voter. Pick up a voter registration form at your county elections office, library, U.S. Post Office, City Hall Clerk's office, and also online at www.sos.ca.gov. Step through the screens and fill in the information requested on the form. Then print it, sign it, and mail it directly to the county elections office address that is pre-printed on the form. Make sure that your voter registration form is filled out completely and postmarked or hand-delivered to your county elections office at least 15 days before the election. The deadline for this election registration is May 24th, 2010 for the primaries and October 19th, 2010 for the general election. So I advise all of you to send in your voter registration and rock the vote!